Hi, hello, welcome back to my channel. My name is Skye and today we're doing an updated Shop My Stash. First things first, let's talk about the products that I've been using this past rotation, my thoughts, and then we'll get on into picking some new products. First things first for bronzer, the Becca Bali Sands. I own two bronzers, I rotate between the two of them. I've expanded the pan on this very nicely. I've kept this one in for the past two rotations, so I think this next one I'm going to be picking out my other bronzer, but I really think I can finish this bronzer this year. It's a really good one. Also, normally in these videos I like to wear almost a full face of my Shop My Stash things, but I'm not wearing any of them today, I'm so sorry. For blushes, I used my Fenty Beauty cream blushes in Daiquiri Dip and Strawberry Drip. Trust me to pick the two names that are very similar to each other and get me tongue twisted. Also, I apologize that these look a little bit nasty. Aside from looking not very appealing, I absolutely loved using these this rotation, especially the shade Strawberry Drip. I hadn't used this all that much since I got it, but my goodness, I'll put some pictures here of me using it. This complemented so many of the liner looks that I did. I wore a lot of pink eyeshadow this rotation and this worked beautifully with it. I did use Daiquiri Dip quite a bit as well, but mostly this shade, and I really love it. These cream blushes are absolutely fantastic. If you have oily skin and you want to get into cream blushes, these are my personal favourite. They work good over powder, they set themselves, and they're cute. I also like how on the back they have matching coloured stickers for the product inside. It makes them very easy to store. Base highlight, I use the Oden's Alva 2 highlighter palette. Really enjoyed this one as well. I mostly use the shades Sylphs and Salamander. Salamander is the most beautiful, sparkly, glittery highlight. It just looks like pure wetness on your cheeks. It's got like a silver, pink and blue sheen to it. I really enjoyed using this highlighter palette. It's been really fun to play with. Now for eyeshadow, the first one we're going to be talking about is the Nabla Cutie palette Coral. It looks like this. I absolutely love, love, love this 6-pan palette. I keep wanting to reach for it. I've used this a lot for work, and one look that I think I did this look right here, I think about like 6 times. A little bit obscene. I don't normally recreate looks that often, but all I did was use the shade Anyway as a brown liner. Sometimes I would use Coral Amber to add a bit of shimmer to the liner as well, and then I would use this shade right here, Mandarin, as like a lid shade and an inner corner, and that look was so like sophisticated yet so beautiful. Really enjoyed using this palette for that, and also this pink matte and this pink shimmer. Stunning. If you're curious to try Nabla's formula, I highly recommend their 6-pan palettes especially, but this colour story is so good, the quality is amazing. The only thing I would change about it is maybe turn red shape into a matte or a metallic rather than a satin, but this is such a solid little palette. I really enjoyed playing with this. It's so inspiring. Now for the single shadows that I chose for this rotation, I used my Glam Shop shadows that my friend Katie got for me in our makeup swap. I'm not gonna lie, I didn't take that many pictures of me wearing this palette. I did do this beautiful yellow and purple look. The purple shade wasn't from this palette though, it was from a different one. And I really love this look a lot, but the Glam Shop's mattes are so underrated. They're so freaking good. This yellow especially. Probably my favourite yellow matte ever. I think so. I think my favourite metallic in here is Turbo Snap. It's such a beautiful strawberry colour. I will say that Turbo Snap does stain my lids, which I don't often get staining with eyeshadows, but that one does, just so you know. Epigram is also a beautiful yellow with a pink sheen. You can really see the pink sheen on camera. And this purple as well, I'm unsure of the name because it is in Polish. This matte purple is absolutely wonderful. I used it as a liner a few times. I love this colour story altogether. I really want to keep this for this next rotation. I might. I'm not too sure though. But Glam Shop's eyeshadows are just next level. I also picked out a loose pigment. This is the Pastel Rose's Flaky Loose Pigment in Andromeda. My favourite loose pigment. I use this so much in my graphic liner looks this month. I did a series where I did Pride Flags as a graphic liner, and I used this as my inner corner shade so many times, and it looks so beautiful. Now for lip options, I chose my two Kaleidos lip glosses, the Lucid lip glosses. I have the shades Dramatize and Hypnotize. Love these two glosses. You're not really going to be able to tell on camera, but I have made quite a dent in these. There's less than half left. These are so sparkly. They're thin, but not as thin as the Lethal glosses. I find the Lethal little ones are a bit too thin for my liking. They are very duochrome and sparkly on the lips. I especially love Dramatize. It's my favorite one of the two because it's more of that strawberry color, and especially with my hair color right now, I am really in love with it. But I love Hypnotize when I do more cooler toned looks. I'm a huge fan of these Kaleidos glosses. These were both sent to me in PR, but like as soon as I run out of these, I am buying them. I love these. This rotation was fairly small, smaller than normal, but let's go on into picking out the next products for my rotation. Also, I just realized I haven't addressed the elephant in the room that I'm wearing the neutral glam makeup. Who am I? I wanted to try something different, and I feel like wearing neutrals with my ginger hair looks real fucking cute. And we're trying new things, okay? But anyways, let's snoop around my collection and see what we're gonna pick for this next rotation. As per usual, we're on my floor, and let's get into drawer number 1. Fuck me, that's really zoomed in. Oh my god, I look- this is so creepy, hello. Now, if you are new to Shop My Stashes, I never pick out my base makeup. For bronzer, I'm going to be using my, it's really squeezed in there, my Kaleidos Charisma Contour Palette in warm and medium. I really think that I can finish maybe both of my bronzers this year. I have a feeling it might happen, but this is a great bronzer, nice and matte. I like this shade to set my concealer, so we're gonna be picking this one out. Now blush, I have no clue what I want to pick for blush this rotation, in all honesty. I think I'm gonna pick a blush that I haven't really used this year. I know that I've used my CoverFX ones, my Fenty ones we just picked out. These two I've used a lot. This one I've used a lot as well, but I don't want to pick it. I think with the things that I have chosen, I want to pick out this Kaleidos one. I think I'm going to pick the Lo-Fi Peach from Kaleidos. This pan is fake pan, by the way. When I had longer nails, I accidentally dug my finger in it and created a pan, so I mean, it's not real. And I haven't really used this one much this year, but I like mixing this shade with this shade as a blush topper. It's very pretty. These blush duos from Kaleidos aren't available anymore. I really hope they bring these back in better packaging because the packaging is just a bit, you know, there was controversy with the packaging and I don't really appreciate it. I think for face highlighter, I want to pick out this one. This is my Essence, what's it called? Choose Your Glow highlight palette. I've really been wanting to wear natural toned highlighters recently. I don't know what it is. I'm not really a natural toned highlight type of person, even though I do have a few options. But I really want to use this palette. I think it'd be really nice. And I think that's all I'm gonna pick for this drawer. This next drawer right here, I store all of my highlights, my wet liners, pigments, that sort of thing. And I think I'm gonna be picking out this single shadow. This is from ColourPop. It's the Super Shock shadow in Frog. One of my friends gave this to me because she accidentally bought a second one, and I never tried the Super Shock formula from ColourPop. And I personally don't really like to buy from ColourPop anyway, but I really want to use this. It's very gorgeous. I've used it a couple of times and it's a beautiful like one shadow type look. I think I'll use this a lot for work. And I think that's all I'm gonna pick for this drawer. I'm not really gonna pick any of my Kaleidos highlights, as we can see right here. Oh, actually, that's a lie. I kind of want to pick this one. This is Ray Rider from Kaleidos. It's one of the prettiest champagne toned highlighters. And even though I already picked out the Essence palette, I kind of want to pick this one out because I want a bit of variety with my champagne highlights. We're moving on to the drawer that I absolutely hate showing. It's kind of like a known thing on my channel. My lip drawer. I think for lipstick, I definitely want to pick out this one. This is from the same friend that gifted me the Frog eyeshadow. This is one of the Kaleidos lip clays in the shade Cactus Flower. My friend bought both of the lip sets and there were a couple of colors that she wasn't gonna wear, so she sent them over to me. And I definitely want to wear Cactus Flower. It looks stunning. And I think I might pull out this shade. What's it called? Agave. It's the teal shade. I don't know how much I will use the teal shade in this rotation. I mean, I do love a teal lipstick, don't get me wrong. But I think I'll pull both of these out to encourage me to use these. I really love Cactus Flower. It's one of my favorite lip colors. Now, the other lip products that I'm gonna pick out, I'm not too sure, in all honesty. I feel like I should just declutter all of my lipsticks and just keep these two from Oden's Eye, because these are legit. Like, I'm wearing one of these in the intro today. Like, these are legit the only lipsticks I want to wear. But, like, I need to calm down. I might come back to this drawer and pick something else after we've picked out everything else. Alright, we're moving on to the palette drawer. The first palette that I want to pick out is this one right here. This is the Geologie Pilbara palette. I've done a first impression video on this palette and I'm working on a 3 looks plus review video with this one. And this one is the newest palette in my collection, so I definitely want to use it more. I'm actually wearing it today. I think the other palette that I want to pick, this one would pair very nicely with the single shadows that I'm going to pick out. And it's this one. I haven't actually used this palette this year and it's a damn shame. This is the Sugar Pill Fun Size palette. This is one of my favorite palettes in my collection, but I hadn't used it in like 2021 because I've been trying to focus on my other palettes. I think it's finally time for me to break her out again. She is so fucking cute. And this would pair perfectly with the single shadows that I have to pick. And let me show you the single shadows that I'm choosing. They're so exciting. I don't think y'all are ready to see the single shadows that I'm going to be using this rotation. Ah! I'm going to be using my Crayon stained glass shadows this rotation. I will be doing a Crayon collection video next week, so keep an eye out for that. I did order some shadows in their most recent, like, restock. And something quite sad, you might find it actually quite funny, I have to laugh, otherwise I cry. I have dyscalculia, right? And when I bought this palette, like the magnetic palette, I thought this housed 18 shadows. I read it incorrectly. It only houses 16, so I have 2 lonely little Crayon shadows in this palette right here. I'm so mad at myself. I'm really upset. It's not a big deal though. I will be using these singles along with the Colourpop Frog shade. So let's put everything in the drawer. Now that I'm looking at everything all together, I mentioned that I was going to pick out some more lipsticks since these aren't the only 2 that I'm going to be using. I think there's going to be a lot in this drawer though. I'm not too sure. What lipsticks should I pick out? Or glosses? I don't know, y'all. Fuck it, I'm gonna pick out this one. This is the Oden's Eye Cream Lipstick in Love Jasmine. I'm wearing this in the intro. I can't help my love for these lipsticks. I just want to use them all the time. Could this be organised a bit better? Yes. Am I going to do that? I don't really think so. I am so excited. There's a lot of colour, multi-chromes. I've got a neutral palette in here that I'm really excited about. And this is something really fun. I'm really looking forward to this. I'm gonna definitely try and see if I can use this shade, Agave. I think I might do like a 1 shadow look and then use this. That'd be so cool. Am I going to be filming my intro on the floor because I forgot to film an intro while sitting in my chair? Yes. Yes, I will be. That is it for today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Do let me know what's in your Shop My Stash. How is your rotations going? If you'd like to see more makeup content from me, then follow me on my Instagram. It's beautyybyskye right here. I post all of my looks there and I'm active on there every single day. Thank you so much for watching. Please subscribe if you haven't already. I would love to have you here. And as always, stay safe, wash your hands, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.